Greetings everyone and welcome to another moveset with commentary. Today we have number 7, which is Zhang Chunhua. And in case you didn't realize, this is, in my opinion, the best Jin character. Yeah, that's true. No more Jin characters in this list. So let's begin, shall we? Square and air. Alright, and triangle. Very nice, yeah, I like that. So now, square string. Okay, so she's using threads, as you can see, or wires, or how to call them, which is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. Like, if you remember that anime Akame ga Kill, guess who was my favorite character? Yeah, it was that rich boy. What was his name? Lubak, I think. It was green hair and green coat. Not only did he had like badass design and he was a man of culture, which means that he was a pervert, but he was also using wires as a weapon, and oh boy was he absolutely badass. So that's me sidetracking. Okay, so let's begin. Triangle. So I know that this doesn't look like much, but this stops enemies in their movement. Yeah, they're completely paralyzed, which is very useful, if you ask me. Alright. Ah, damn, I'm about to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. So first special I call Threat Out of Hell. Because it rises from the ground, and it's based of that story, how I think it's from like Japanese literature. It's a story about like a thief or a thug who does heinous shit all throughout his life, but then he decides not to kill a spider, and then he dies and he gets to hell, and there's a spider thread or web coming from the ceiling or from the roof of hell. I don't know how you call it, and and he climbs towards the heaven, but others wants to climb with him, and he's very violent to them and tries to toss them down, and the thread kind of breaks, because that's like heaven is like, no, I see that you're really an asshole, rot in hell. So yeah, that's a bit of culture for you. I hope that I didn't butcher the story too much. Now then, second special. Okay, so this is another attack that, it's like continuous strikes, so that's cool. Now her third special is her first X, and I call it Nightmarish Spiderweb. Very nice, I love it. I know that you're probably like, well, this moveset doesn't seem like much, and yeah, I agree. Until you hit enemies with it, this doesn't look too impressive. Okay, none of her moves, but wait till you see them in action. It's beautiful. All right, without the X. Now her fourth special is her second X. Again, very nice without the X. Just like that, I like it. And her fifth special. And almost like a Spider-Man. Alright, so now change of weapon. Now this is again something like I would call like a semi-grab, because it does the same thing, but since you don't know what it does with the enemy, you're like, whatever. So now horse string is like this, and special like that. Alright, so let's check her Storm Rush. So there's your Storm Rush. It looks much more awesome in action, trust me. And this is your Storm Rush in action. Yeah, that finisher is nice. Fucking archers. And it's the counter. Alright, so it's musou time. So Zhang Chunhua's first musou is called Crazed Web. So again, this looks very innocent, you know, kinda anticlimactic, but I'm telling you, wait for the victims, okay? So her other one musou is a grab and it's called the Spider Web. So yeah, let's take that into action. Alright, so let's begin. I ship them. And finally, her aerial musou is called Circular Web. Alright, so yeah, those are her musous. Now then, it's time for her rage art.
This is your last chance to run.
Man, that finisher is sweet. So I'm constantly talking about how her gameplay is actually better when you actually hit someone. So let's do that, okay? All right.
This is your last chance to run. How could my tactics fail like that?
And that's the true rage art. It's like kind of acrobatic. Alright baby, so let's talk about Zhang Chunhua, shall we? So first of all, her design. So her design is really cool. I like it. It's perfect combination of, you know, classy and sexy. So that's definitely good. Now about her personality. Her personality is super amusing, like I love it. Her dynamic with Sumai is beyond words. It's so hilarious because, you know, you have Sumai, who's this like really, you know, evil overlord basically, at least in this game. And then there's Zhang Chunhua, which is, you know, like frail woman. But he's terrified of her, you know, and everybody's terrified of her. So it's really hilarious. So yeah, that's her personality. Her personality, as I said, is absolutely great. So now for her, as for her gameplay, so her gameplay, oh man, it's absolutely beautiful. Like really, it's blast to play as Zhang Chunhua, because it's just a perfect combination of, you know, sadistic and practical. Yeah, because for example, as many of you pointed out, Zhuge Dan, who is all about grabs, is kind of impractical character. Okay, I agree. He's not the one that you would choose because he's, you know, awesome and you're about to win with him. No, you kind of choose him because you want to cause pain to the enemy officers. And Zhang Chunhua is also a little bit like that, but she's also practical, okay? Zhang Chunhua is definitely powerful character, like no joke at all. And yeah, well, what else to say about her? I just love her. You know, threats. That's a very unorthodox weapon, actually, if you ask me. So it's not that easy to, you know, stumble upon it in any game. So I appreciate it, and I think that it's actually pretty difficult to make them right, you know. So yeah, props for that. Now I don't know how Sumaye was when he was using like wires, if that's exactly his moveset or not. So yeah, tell me about that if you know. I would be quite interested in that. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't want this video to be like ridiculously long, because I would you know, just play and say probably nothing anyway, because I just love Zhang Chunhua. I love her gameplay style. It's so enjoyable. So yeah, that's it. If I'm not mistaken, she doesn't have any change in gameplay whatsoever in Empires. But yeah, she's another casualty of the semi-clones. Because yeah, now she has like this whip, and the moveset is not that great. Honestly, there's nothing from her previous moveset. Nothing. Which is a shame. Yeah. So yeah, let's head over to the history department, right? Shall we?
That's okay. This is going to hurt.
Zhang Chunhua, the wife of Sima Yi and the mother of Sima Shi and Sima Zhao. She was known for her cleverness and kindness from an early age. Kindness, Why did they make her so sinister? And I wonder. When Sima Yi began to neglect his family in order to focus on his political career, she took their sons and refused to eat until she received an apology from Sima Yi. After he died, she was named as Empress Dowager when the Kingdom of Jin was founded. Okay, there's probably a typo in that sentence. So after his death, she was named as Empress. Yeah, when the Kingdom of Jin was founded. All right, so yeah. So yeah, that's Zhang Chunhua. I gotta say, I really like her face. She has, you know, those, I call it like tired eyes, which is something that I really like in anime and gaming, but it's weird because I don't like it in real life. It just doesn't look good in reality, but for some reason I really like it in anime, you know, when girls have like those tired eyes. For example, from Soul Eater, Arachne had those eyes, you know. I really like it. It makes those girls so like relaxed, you know, and yeah, kind of like sleepy, and that's I don't know. I find it charming. Yeah, that's like another anime girl category that should be invented. Yeah, tired girls, because you have good girls, you have lollies, you have tsunderes, you have yanderes. There should be also like tired girls. Yeah. So start that campaign right now. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say, and man, I hope that her gameplay in Dynasty Warriors 9 won't suck too much, because from what I've seen, I'm not impressed. And I would like Zhang Chunhua to stay high on my list, but I don't know how well she will be in my future videos. So yeah, that's Zhang Chunhua, best character out of all the Jin characters in Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition in my opinion. So tell me, who is, in your opinion, the best Jin character in Dynasty Warriors 8? And I'll see you guys next time.